For this video, we're going to take a look at G.I. Joe Declassified series, Night Force Lieutenant Falcon. So let us first take a look at the source material of Night Force Lieutenant Falcon. Presenting my version of Night Force Lieutenant Falcon. So first, let us do a quick 360 view of the figure before we discuss the parts that I used with this Kitbash build. The easiest route towards owning a traditional looking Lieutenant Falcon like this little guy is going to be the one that Hasbro is going to put out sometime in April or May or possibly February. We really don't know when that figure is going to be released. But with regards to design, I also have one on pre-order, but the more that I look at the action figure pics, the more I'm starting to really dislike the design. So that is the reason why I decided to make my own classified series Lieutenant Falcon action figure. So I have options whether to make it in Night Force colors, which I already did with this guy, and we're going to later on in this video going to use the Sergeant Stalker body. So you could really have that option if you want to have a more traditional looking Lieutenant Falcon. So using the heat method, the hair dryer to pop out or disassemble the action figure, let us discuss the body parts that I used with this Night Force Lieutenant Falcon. So let's start with the head. So the head is from the Snake Eyes Origins movie Snake Eyes figure. So the body, the arms, and the glove set that belongs to Python Patrol Cobra Viper. The briefs, the legs is going to belong to Major Blood. The boots is going to belong to Sergeant Stalker. Okay, so let us talk about accessories that I used with the action figure, since we already discussed the parts that I used and the method that I used to disassemble the action figure. Okay, so the shotgun, well, this specific design, this is the one that we always associate Lieutenant Falcon with. So that is from Gridiron Studios. So I ordered this specific shotgun for $10 a few months ago. So this is the only time that I was able to really make use of this shotgun for a very specific figure I had in mind. Okay, but with regards to the dimensions of this shotgun, this is a very long shotgun, so I had to cut it to shorten the total length of the weapon system. So somehow it's longer than the one that I have or posted with the action figure. So I have to cut this portion so as to somehow make it scale well with the action figure, because if I have the total length of the cut piece that I took off, it's going to throw off the compatibility of the action figure with the weapon system, because the total length of this shotgun unit is more suited towards a 7-inch figure. So as for details of the shotgun unit, so this is the details on this side of the weapon system, and let's take a look at the other side. So on the left side, you're going to have a side saddle containing 5 shotgun shells. So let's discuss accessories on this action figure. So let's start with the beret. So the beret belongs to Sergeant Stalker. So I just painted the flash on the beret with red because the Night Force Lieutenant Falcon had a red flash on his beret. Now the Y harness and the pistol belt, that belongs to Sergeant Stalker. The holster on this action figure and the pistol also belongs to Sergeant Stalker, but instead of having a thigh mounted pistol or sidearm system, I just took off the straps and glued it to the pistol belt. Now, with regards to this sat phone that belongs to your Dollar General action figure, so really nothing fancy with regards to that unit, which with regards to the use of this thing, I'm going to explain later. So since the original Lieutenant Falcon figure did not have any visible shotgun ammunition on his web gear or Y harness system with pistol belt, not a visible shotgun shell, with this figure I used the shotgun card or shells that was on the Marvel Legends Nuke action figure. So I just cut it off and glued it to the pistol belt or the battle belt of this action figure. So with regards to the knife, because the knife is stored on the backpack of the Lieutenant Falcon figure, so instead of having a knife mounted on the backpack, I just glued the knife that I had extra to the pistol belt or the battle belt of this action figure. Now moving towards the backpack. So let's take a look at the original backpack. So what I did with the Recondo backpack, since I already repurposed the Recondo figure with another weapon system, so I just took out the antenna from my 1:6 scale military action figure parts bin and used the antenna system for a multiband radio. Just cut a small portion and glued it to the underside, so the hole is not visible when it is actually on the action figure, so it mimics the original version except for the knife that is attached on this side. Okay, so last accessories on this action figure, which are also present on the older version. So scarf, green scarf on this action figure. We also have a green scarf on this 6-inch figure. Nothing really fancy, just a piece of cloth from my old shirt. Okay, so on this figure, take a look at the harness. That is a push-to-talk system for the radio that is on the bag. So on this figure, we also have that push-to-talk system. I just added that. So this is an accessory for a 1:6 scale or a 12-inch military action figure, which I am also into. So since I have a part slot for 1:6 scale or 12-inch figures, so I just used that push-to-talk system. So I took it apart and used the smaller band and the wire which runs towards the back of the backpack to mimic the system that the Lieutenant Falcon would use. But actually it is just like the old Lieutenant Falcon, it is not connected with the bag. So I have enough length of wire that it mimics that it's running towards the backpack. So when I have the backpack on, we have that push-to-talk system. And for extra communication devices, if he can't use the radio or the radio is being jammed, at least he has the satellite phone. So here is another option just in case you want a more traditional looking Lieutenant Falcon figure. So using or utilizing the Sergeant Stalker base body, I just took out the head and placed the Night Force Lieutenant Falcon that I made with the Sergeant Stalker body. And of course, I also used the backpack. And I have the shotgun on the backside of the action figure so as not to cloud how the figure would look. So I guess this is a better looking Lieutenant Falcon compared to the one that is issued or is going to be issued by Hasbro. So this ends my review of my personal G.I. Joe Declassified series Night Force Lieutenant Falcon. So if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe to help me grow my channel. And see you on the next action figure or custom action figure review.